Welcome back to episode 11 of Bad Financial Decisions. As always, Samson Judges on the Book of Judges channel. I gotta be honest, I'm not real happy with today's episode. I originally was planning on doing a larger episode with one of the items, but unfortunately it didn't work, and then, the item kind of was meh after that. But anyway, but yeah, the stuff just not great this week. I've got to be honest. I tried to buy some things. I had a couple no-shows on Marketplace. Missed a couple of auctions, and then overall just haven't seen what I'm after. The stuff, whether it be video games or even some comics, I've been buying a lot of those. But like the high-end stuff, I just haven't been able to find either a good deal on or just something that made sense that I really wanted. Started looking at a couple different action figures, some retro stuff from back in my childhood. And I don't know, but so we've got two items. I mean, technically it's like four, but we've got two items, two different things today. So we'll start with this. And again, if you know what this is, it's a Gemini mailer. You can take a guess of what's in here, but value-wise, we're not talking about a lot, but that's going to be the fun part of the video. So let me open this without slicing my hand clear off. Got a new razor. Okay, so yeah, if you don't know what a Gemini mailer is, basically it's a real nifty comic holder. So, oh, they tape these down good. All right, so we're back. So I paid, man, they're taped together still, and I didn't realize it. So anyway, I paid $17.36, I think it was, for not one, not two, but three of these Street Sharks. Okay, so these are just in the same bag. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, couldn't afford 3 bags and boards apparently. But anyway, cheap deal. I don't know if these were the ones or not. I can't remember. We can open one real fast. One of them was like 20 bucks at Comic-Con. I think it was the 2025 Comic-Con exclusive. I don't know if it was this one. Let's see if we can get this out without getting the, let's see. Yeah, I thought it was. So let's see if we can get zoomed in here. Get it to focus. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but that's 20 bucks. So yeah, I don't know if somebody just had like a crazy surplus of these or what it was, but there's somebody on eBay selling them. I think they're like listed on bids for like $9.99 for a thing of 3. And most of the time, I missed the first one because I forgot to bid, and then the second one come around and I bought it. But I don't know if this guy's got like cases of these or what, so probably one of those things that will not be going up a tremendous amount in value, if any. Especially since I believe that there were like variants off of this cover. I think this is like the base variant, which makes no sense. You would think it would just be, a base comic and then variants, but I'm new to the comic world and I'm just getting used to the variants in general. But yeah, so they seem to be in pretty good shape. I don't think these are worth grading. I'm not saying they wouldn't grade high, but I just don't think they're worth grading in general. Just because I think grading is like almost 30 bucks now. And although some of the, like this one definitely would not get, 9.8, you'd almost have to get a 9.8 for this book to be worth it, or just be with something you wanted. And in this case, it is what I, wanted. I wanted a Street Shark comic. I still want the original ones. And I just thought at the price I couldn't pass it up. I mean, you're looking at, it's under what, $6 a comic. And if that price was right, I don't know if they were 20 bucks originally at Comic-Con then, which was New York Comic-Con. But yeah, I figured it's one of those things, how can you go wrong? So for the first part of this video, we have 1736, and I'll post some comps. I'm gonna assume with these selling for that, the comps are not gonna be much more than that, probably like 10 bucks maybe max. But it'll be interesting to see. Again, we're going on what, like 8 months now, to see if they go up or down. So that's gonna be the first part. Now we get into story time. Totally unrelated to that purchase. So clear your mind, let's start over. Still the same bad financial decision episode though. This is a 2-for-1. So I was at the flea market. I think it's been now like 2 weeks ago now, maybe 3 maybe. And I see a guy that I know there, and his stuff is, it's like good stuff. Don't get me wrong, like he's had good stuff, but almost all the time his stuff has like some form of damage. Whether it be like if it's a boxed item, you know, it's like a crunched up box, or whether it's, you know, like years ago, I bought, like crazy back in the day, I bought video games from him, and they were in like a big, like 40-gallon tote, and it looked like the tote had been submerged in water. And it's funny because like then the prices, you know, I think it was like 10 bucks a game or something, and then like he worked down the price, but like then the games weren't worth buying, but honestly probably now they all would have been worth buying. Cause like the game I remember out of that, I think I ended up getting a Kirby and a Color a Dinosaur, which if you know Color a Dinosaur, pop up a picture, a little graph here. Notorious, rare, expensive game. Not that crazy. I think it might be like 80 bucks now. But anyway, to ramble a little less, everything that this guy has kind of, like he packs his car full. Like I mean full. Whether it be a car, I think he's got like 3 different ones, whether it be a car, like an SUV, whatever. I mean, we're talking back, top. I don't see how he sees the drive. My car's getting to that point because I need to unload stuff from it. Comment below if you'd like to see an eBay video or like a what crap I bought at the flea market video, whatever. But anyway, again, I'm rambling. So I see a, we'll just go ahead and say it. I see a watch, and you know, it's one of those things, I don't think anything about it. I see it, it looks cool, and if you've been doing eBay long enough, it's almost like certain things will call out to you. I know that sounds stupid, but I think it's more or less things just look cooler, and then you get that like, it could also be anxiety or OCD, who knows? But you get that thing in your brain that's like, something, you know, I should probably look that up or something. So I look it up, and the first thing I look up is like got some wild comp to it. And I'm like, that can't be right. So I just act, because I'm like, you know, if it's like cheap or something, I'll just buy it and take a chance at home. Who cares? So I ask him, and I think he says like, it's like 40 or 50 bucks. And I'm like, I don't want to take a $40 or $50 whim on something that, you know, one, may or may not work. And judging by the look of it, I wouldn't go very high on the working department. And so I do a little more research. And from what I see, it's a watch that was worn, obviously, you know, if you know on this, but it's like, it wasn't the exact watch that was in the movie, but it's the same brand, make, model, whatever, of the watch that Roger Moore wore in 007. And things like that, very similar to how I've got the Walkman from Stranger Things. You know, I like having stuff like that. So I looked, and I was like, you know, if I can get it at a reasonable enough deal, again, I'm hedging bets on it not working. So I look at, and he's got another item that is, it's like DC Sandman little figures. I'll put up a picture. Asked him about that. box was roasted. Like, I mean, just crunched up. And he tells me, like, you know, he thought it was expensive, like most people at flea markets do, and go on, which he technically was right. Like, in mint shape, it's like $60-ish maybe. But to round the story out and cut it short, I ended up getting that, the figure set, and the watch for, I think it was like 30, it was either 30 or 35 bucks, pretty sure. And my plan was, or hope, was to sell the figure set and then cover the cost. So basically you'd just be gambling on the watch, whether, you know, you either broke even or the watch was cool to have. So without further ado, let's just show it. It even had a box, which, you know, again, if you look though, the box looks terrible. And the inside, not much better. So this is the watch, and again, I'll try to put up some movie like graphs or something of how it's linked, and obviously I'll put the comps up, but let's see if I can get it out of here. So yeah, here is a close-up of the watch. If we can get it there without getting a focus on this is going to be a nightmare. It's gonna want to focus me and not like the watch. I feel like that looks dark as, let's see. We'll see how it comes out. But I mean, it's a really cool looking watch. I love the band. It's got that very like 80s-esque vibe. I don't wear watches. I'm not a watch guy, but you know, I don't know. Again, something about it called out to me. So I actually have somebody in my family that works on watches, and I took it to them, and unfortunately, I'll post up some, I think I filmed like a little bit of them working on it. Unfortunately, the battery had been left in it, and it had corroded, pretty much exploded, and took it out, tried to clean it up a little bit, put a new battery in it, didn't work. You know, if you want to see a video of me trying to potentially fix this, let me know. It's something that I'm, you know, kind of just going to put in the background for now. But even not working, from like what I looked up later, they don't sell often. Like working ones listed for like between $400 to $700, like they were crazy. And then sold comps were like, I think there was a non-tested one for like 170 maybe, if I'm remembering that right. Again, I'll put up the comps for y'all. But, and then there was some, I want to say some sold comps were in the 400s, but again, they were working. So this one's by far not in great shape. The glass or the plastic front's got some scrapes. The back's pretty banged up. This would be like definitely a wear copy, but like, I don't know. I like the look of it. And then being movie, you know, maybe it's the movie buff side of me that likes to have, I don't want to call it memorabilia because that's technically not what it is, but you know, things that link to a movie. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it looked cool. And at the end of the day, if I can come out of it for, you know, nothing, if I sell that other item, then, you know, how can you really fault it? Yeah, my camera cut off there. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the story. You know, this one's going to be an interesting one to look back on in, again, 8 months. Again, we've got the 3 comics. I don't see these going up a ton. These were more of just for me. And then the watch could go either way. If for some reason I do a video on it and can get it going, get it working, totally different ballpark. Cooler, you know, it just becomes that much cooler of an item. But for now, it's a display piece, and with me not wearing watches, that's fine too. Let me know what you thought of the comics, and if you're a watch person, let me know if you think it can be fixed, if it's one of those things that when, you know, the battery just corrodes in it, it's gone. I did open, or I saw it open, and I didn't think it looked that bad, but I also, you know, there's layers to a watch, so it's tough to like know how bad it is underneath it. But yeah, so again, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the comics. Watch person, let me know your opinion on that, whether, you know, just cool display piece at this point. But let me know. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.